All right, so this video, we're just going to kind of go over the MPDR estimate process. So I guess I'll just start reading and then we'll slap this video right here that I'm doing right now. So for the MPDR estimates, it is most ideal to send them to the MPDR estimate survey tool. That way they can give you all the information that you need and it'll be right there. So instead of going back and forth and trying to get all the information that you need in a text message or email, which I kind of say that right here. Otherwise, you will need to collect the information you need manually through text or email or whatever channel that you're communicating on. Then note, if you add the info manually, then you will also want to add the tag MPDR. So if they go through the survey, it'll automatically add that tag. So that way you don't have to do it manually. And you always kind of just want to check, and I'll show you that in a minute, just to kind of see what tags are where. And, you know, if it's a motorcycle tank or fender or something like that, then they should be tagged MPDR just for organization's sake and to be able to, you know, if you need to find all the leads that are MPDR, for example, for some reason down the road. So that's that. And then after lead goes through the MPDR estimate tool, you will get a notification when you will where you will need to check the estimate details and change the price value if needed be, or leave it as is, and then you will need to approve the MPDR estimate. And then there's two ways to approve the MPDR estimate. The first way is you just add the tag MPDR dash, I'm pretty sure it's that, we'll check it in a second, MPDR dash estimate dash approved, or, and I'm going to show you this too, if you are on the contacts profile, you should see on the top right hand side a black button that says MPDR estimate approved with a thumbs up, and then you want to click that, and I'll walk you through that in a second. Let's just finish this. That will trigger a short message with a link to the full MPDR estimate page where they can basically see the details, sign and approve, and to then get the directions for shipping the tank to move forward with getting it fixed. Okay, so let's kind of go over some of that. So for examples, first we're going to cover, so basically there's things within our system. So when they first call, they'll get a text message. And I wanted to note, and I'm gonna probably hopefully say this multiple times, always try to, add yourself as a contact, always test things first, especially in the beginning, so you understand what the process is. Go through the funnel yourself and understand how it all works. Okay, so if they get their, if they call, for example, we send an automatic text message, asking them, sorry, missed your call, how can we help you, kind of thing. If they respond to it, then another text message goes out and gives them a link where they can get a quote. And I'll show you what that looks like as well. Maybe not in this video, but in another one, and it'll lead them to the place for them to get a motorcycle paintless dent repair estimate, right? Which is this right here. But if for some reason they are in a text message and they're not following those instructions, I guess, and you want to send them a link again, or they said that they didn't get it, or if you're on a different channel, for example, like an email, or maybe they somehow got your personal cell phone number or something like that. Sometimes that happens, and not necessarily through our system, but just if that's how you're working before, then you'll want to send them a link. And I'm going to show you how to do that like this. So let's see. So if you're, I'm going to hop over to another tab here. So this is the contacts page right here, right? Always check if, if they're already communicating through here, through the system, obviously in the system. Otherwise, always check over here, check their name or their number and see if they are in the system. And you could also look them up right here if you know they're in here as well. Or in conversations is another way. Either unread, recent is a good one often, and all, obviously you can see that, but only if they already have had a conversation with you somehow, they'll be over here. Otherwise, contacts is usually the best place to go for that. So, and I'm just going to click myself right here. Okay, and so here's these buttons right here that I'm talking about up there. It's really this button right here. This is the one we're talking about. Okay, and I'm going to actually edit this. Where is it? We're going to make it so it doesn't say approved exactly. We'll make it like this, but you get the point either way. So, okay. So first thing is first. So in case you are communicating with them and for some reason they didn't get the link, I'm going to show you another way. Okay. So you're in text message right here. Scroll down, see that? Scroll down. And then obviously when you do that, sometimes you lose, this disappears up there. So just remember you can scroll up to get that, and then it hides sometimes. Okay. So you scroll down to here. We have a couple different options. Okay, you probably won't use this one too much, but this little plus sign got a bunch of different things right here. This little trigger link right here, do that, and then we got MPDR estimate. Let's see, Nope, get MPDR estimate link. Now this is just going to be a link like that. So if you're going to do that, you're going to probably want to, write a little message like click here to get a motorcycle or MPDR, or however you want to do it, motorcycle tank dent repair quote or estimate, however you want to say it, estimate. Then you can send that there, and I'll go ahead and do that like that and see what happens. Then you got this link that pops up like that, and you can click on that, and there you go. Okay, and this is where they're going to start their process to fill out the information to get you everything that you need. Okay, and the other way, which is a more appropriate way probably, or at least, so anyways, I'll show you. So we click, this is your insert templates snippets. Okay, we'll go like this, hit this drop down. We're going to look for get a MPDR quote link right here. So this, and then it goes like this. Okay, and then you got to use template, and then it pre-populates an already written little thing right here. For a motorcycle paintless dent repair estimate, click here. And then this is standard. You want to leave that in there. Usually, you may not have to. If you could take that out if it's, as long as it's not the first text message they get from you, then you could take that out if you wanted to. But I tend to leave it in there. Okay, so then you can just send that. If you wanted to write anything else to there, you could. If you knew their name, you could say, hey, Bob, whatever, right? And put that in there, and then hit send. Okay. So there we go. Same kind of deal. Then they'll click that'll go to their text message, and they'll click that link and go like that. Okay, so that's how that works. And then let's see, let's go back here. So that's how to get them that link, basically, them or to the estimating survey tool right there, right? Okay, so then let's go over this again. And so yeah, if you were going to add them or if you were going to go back and forth, for example, like, hey, send me your pictures, get all the information, ask the information you want. You're going to price it on your own and all that stuff. That's fine. So I wanted to show you the tags. So in this left-hand column right here, you scroll all the way down, and remember, these kind of, sometimes, you want to minimize these to kind of see everything easier, right? Just make sure you have all the stuff filled out if you're going to be doing this manually. Otherwise, they may not have it. This is the first time you're contact or chatting with them, either in whatever kind of channel it is, whether it's text or the web chat feature for the website or something like that, or email or whatever it is. They may not have all this information in there. If they're going to go here, then they will fill out the information, and it will pre-populate in here for the most part. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it as much in this process if they're going to go through that survey. Okay, but otherwise, if you're going to do it manually for some reason, just try to fill it out as much as you can. Name, first and last, and email and phone number, right? You don't have to worry about birth date. None of that matters. Keep them as a lead. Okay, so that's the basic contact information. This is more for, if you want to add in their address, and pretty much that's it right there. If you want to add in an address, that's great stuff to do. This additional stuff, this is more for regular PDR, not so much for motorcycle paintless dent removal. So we don't have to worry about that right now. Don't ever have to worry about this. This is just the HUP verification stuff. That's just going to sit there forever, pretty much. And this is obviously where we're going right now. So, but don't worry about this for now. We're going to go over that field later. And again, if you're doing it manually, you're going to enter all this stuff in. If they're going through the survey, then that's going to automatically populate through there. All these answers are going to automatically populate depending on what they choose in that survey. Okay. And then they'll load up their image, their pictures of their bike or their tank. And again, go through the survey yourself, add yourself as a contact, and then go through the survey yourself so you can know the process. Okay. And then this, you don't have to worry about this. If they go through the survey, it'll spit out a score. That's what's gonna help the system throw out a value right here, estimate value. If you're gonna enter in stuff manually, then this can just remain blank, and there's no need to do anything with that. Okay. And then I just threw in this number right here. So but yeah. So again, that's how that works. And then here, right down here is tags. Okay. So look we have leads, we have PDR so far, and that's just an example. They may not have anything. They may have a bunch of other stuff. Who knows? Depends on how long they've been interacting with you and what they've been doing. Okay. But in this context, I'm just going to pretend like, hey, they didn't go through the estimate process. If they went through that survey, it would automatically tag them MPDR, but it's not in there. So that's good because I wanted to show you. So we're just going to go like this. You just type in, you could scroll. There's a lot of little tags in here. Okay. Just in case, I don't know, maybe I don't know if it doesn't even pull up. Let's see. Yep, there it is. So MPDR, okay. Just you want to tag them MPDR at least if you know it's MPDR lead, right? And you could also just start typing MPDR. Wait until it pops up. There it is. Now you click on that, and bam, it's added. Okay. And always come down, scroll down to the bottom down here, and see, and we move that out of the way. It's not right now. The tags kind of add automatically, but any other information that you add in here manually, always scroll down to the bottom and sometimes a green button here. We'll do it on purpose. Okay. I'll add something. Let's see. I'm going to do, business name, my business name here. Okay. Now I added something here. I click over here, scroll all the way down. Look at that. There's a green save button. So you just save it. Just make sure you do that always. Okay. Just make sure that if there's a green button down there, save it if you entered something in. Okay. Since we're here, this is a D&D is do not disturb. Okay. And so if they wanted to be taken off an email list or text message or something like that, you can manually do it here. Again, they could always, if they ever reply stop, it's going to automatically check this box for text message and take them off of you won't even be able to send them any more text messages. If you can still call them at that point, and if there was an accident or something like that, all they have to do is you can contact them maybe through email or give them a call if you really wanted to, and say, hey, if you didn't mean to do that, or if you want to communicate with me more, I won't be able to send you a text message since you replied stop. All you got to do is text back the word start, and then that will give you access again to be able to text them. Okay, I wanted to mention that real quick. Let's see, I have all the information in there. What I'm going to do for this case is MPDR. Nope, let's see, that didn't work. Let's go like this. MPDR, let's see, MPDR survey, estimate survey submitted. I'm going to do that. If they went through the survey, that would automatically be there, right? And I'm prepping the system, so it thinks that we already went through there. Okay, so then you would get a notification. It would be a notification up in this little guy right here. Also on the mobile app, let's see if I could pull that up for you and kind of show you something. Oh, probably can't right now, but we can go over that later. It's a little bell icon on your app, okay, on the left-hand bottom corner. It's same as this, right? So, and then the other place also would be in opportunities, and let's go there real quick too. And see so we need to change the pipeline to MPDR estimate process. Okay, so go here now. Estimate is customer approved. Okay, so I've already done it. I'm actually gonna move myself over to shop approved. No, we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna go like this. So we're gonna pretend it was right here. Okay, so if they went through the survey on their own, then they would automatically be entered into a card. This is called a contact, like a opportunity card. Okay, so you can click on this white spot and this comes up. Okay, let me do that again. So 2 different places to click on for the most part. Well, there's all these little guys too, and here it shows the tags that's part of it. Now if you click on the name, it actually opens up the contact profile with all the details stuff that we were just at, right? And then you can see these up here, the buttons and all that. This is the history of where the contact has been and what they're doing. And here you can set appointments. There's notes, different things like that over here. Okay, but I go back to this here. So by clicking on the name or whatever the title is up here, maybe it's a phone number or a name, then it'll take you over to the contact profile. If you click in the white spot area right here, it opens up the contact card for this pipeline stage. Okay, and so it should have, I forgot if it doesn't have the price in here, then you're going to want to add the price that is showing up. Basically, it would be showing up down here at the bottom, right? Like that. So yeah, so you can click on here and kind of see the details of this contact card. So the name right here. So if I go, let's say the date is, what is the date? The date is 1/11/24, something like that. And if I actually did update like this, and also you can see, so we're on the pipeline MPDR estimate process. You have these other options. You don't want to move them in this case. And then this is the pipeline stage that they're in. Okay, and you have the ability to move them that way if you wanted to, but in this case we don't need to. Keep the status open. So yeah, and so I'm just going to update because I added this, right? So I'm going to update, and then we can close out of here and see what we got there. So again, if they went through the survey, this is where they would be. So you would either see them by coming to opportunities and checking what your motorcycle PDR estimate process for leads is looking like. And as this gets filled up, then you're going to pay attention to these different pipeline stages, and we'll go over each of those. But for now, this is the one that we're going to talk about, right? So okay, so we're there. So, or you got a notification, and or even in conversations sometimes too, you'll notice the unread section. Okay. So, here we're on unread. This is internal. So the opportunity stuff, we never see this. This is internal. We see this. This is not going out to the customer. This is going out to the customer and emails and all that stuff. So yeah. So again, at this point, we want to approve. Let me go back to the notes. So we want to check out the price, and if we want to change it. So again, we're here. This is the opportunities, different than contacts, but looks a little bit the same as far as the layout. So in conversations. In conversations, you can click this little circle, and that will bring over to the contact profile. Okay, we have the entire history here and all this stuff here. So let's say we got a notification to approve this, or we checked our opportunities section and we saw that they're in the pipeline stage where it needs to be MPDR estimate needs shop approval, right? So this is your job to approve it now. Okay, we're going to click on that name, open this up here, and then you're going to go through the details. So you're going to want to take a look at the year, the make, the model, right? Maybe what color it is, and then if it's fuel injected and all that stuff. For the most part, this is all the stuff that they filled out in the survey, ideally, right? And then here's their photos. Okay, so you're going to want to click on these photos. Bam. Okay, so this is just an example, obviously. Okay, I just threw a photo in there. So you want to look at these photos and see what you're looking at. If you need to figure out, okay, what kind of paint it is, it'll say there, if it's on a body line and all that, right? And then you can come down here to see what the price that the system kicked out. Okay, it does a pretty good job, but you'll notice sometimes every once in a while you might notice something that's like a little off, and we need to adjust it or something like that. Okay, so maybe you want to adjust it higher or lower. So maybe it's lower, right? So you either adjust it or you leave it as is. If you're good with the price as is, or if you adjust it after that, the two ways, like I said right here, two ways are to either add the tag MPDR estimate approved. So that would be down here. You can just start typing in a little bit. MPDR. Nope. MPDR. Let's see. Dash. MPDR estimate. Let's try. Oh, is that it right there? No. MPDR estimate survey submitted. Let's try underscore. MPDR estimate approved. Okay, it's underscore actually. I'm gonna edit that over here. So it's not dash, it's underscore. So I'm gonna do that. But again, you can do that. This is but the easier way would be to just click this button right here. Okay. But either way, I'm going to show you the easiest way by clicking this button right here. But if you added the tag, it's basically clicking this button adds the tag automatically. That's what that does. So if you wanted to, for some reason that didn't work or whatever, you wanted to add the tag, you can do that. But that's the tag. It would be MPDR underscore MPDR estimate approved. Okay. So that's the tag. But I'm going to click over here because it's a cool little button. So we go like this and then give it a second. And look at that. That kicks out text message and an email to the client, and it moves them over to a different stage in the opportunities stage. Okay, so we'll take a look at that in a minute too. But this is what they get: an email and a text message. So the text message is, please click the link to see your motorcycle paintless dent repair estimate. Bam. Email is pretty much the same right here, right, with the link over there. So these should take us to the page. Let's take a look. Alrighty, so give it a minute. So we only updated a few pictures, and then all this answers that the customer filled out should be populated right here. This is the year, make, and model. I made that up like that. Anyways, and then the price over here. So they will see all this. They'll see your information up here, their information over here, their pictures that they uploaded in here, and then this little bit of text here, the prices again over here, and then they'll see your logo here. And if they are good with it, then they will do a little sign in and agree. Okay. Before I do that, just want to show you, because once that happens, then they're going to move over again to another opportunity. So let's go over opportunities. So remember before it was over here, and then by us submitting it, or approving it or tagging them, which is approving it, it moved them over to needs customer approval now. So it sent them over here now. Okay. And so let's say the customer is over here, and then the customer gets to the page, and let's say they sign it and approve it. Bam. Okay. So now Thank you for taking the time to complete this form. So that's it for now. And then let's go over here. So look at that. It already moved them over to this stage over here. Estimate is customer approved. Okay. So there we go. That's pretty much done right there. And then actually we'll click on the name. I think they should have got another email now. So, okay. So here's the text message. You made a smart choice choosing, and then this will be your business name right here for your tank dent repair. We just sent you an email with your next steps. Let me know if you did not get the email subject line, next step to get your tank dent repair. Looking forward to working with you. Okay. And then this is the email right here that they would have gotten. And again, it would have, so it says all this right here. It would have be your business name that will populate there. It shows the timestamp, the date and timestamp of when they went through the survey. And then we give them a recap of everything that they answered into the survey. Okay. So we got all that address and price. I'm sorry, and zip code and year, make, and model of the bike, links to the pictures that they uploaded, and then the answers to all their questions that they submitted, and then the price that we approved. And then it says, moving forward, when you are ready to ship your tank, please click the 2 links below and fill out the MPDR printout sheet. Make sure you mark all of the dents on the diagram and sign it before placing it in the box. So yeah, so we got these 2 pages out, and I'll show you those in a minute. And then, then it kind of goes over into all this, and just you can read all that. Just make sure it looks good to you. You shouldn't need to change anything. This is kind of how the process works. And then this will be your name and your phone number, business phone number, and your business name and your business address right here as well. Okay. Now this, if they click on that, let's see, does that work? Yep. Oh, it should open up into a new. It's going to open up in here. But yeah. Okay. So for them, it would open up in their page, but basically it'll be a blank page that looks similar like this. Here, we're gonna open it up in a different one. So give me a second. All right, so I'll move over my Gmail account. Okay, so you see this is the email that we're talking about. Next step to get your tank dent repair work done. So we click on that. Again, this is what we just went over, right? And if they click on this, it pulls this up, pre-populates all this information here, pre-populates that, pre-populates all this information that they answered in here, and it says print this page, okay? And then here's where so they'll print this page, and then if they have a daytime phone number, they could write that in here. If they have a different shipping address in, they could write that in here in this line. And then wherever their dents are on the tank or the fender, they need to put a little X on there somewhere, right? And then, and part of the instructions in this email, was it in the email? Yeah, is go to the FedEx or UPS, and here's 2 links to that where they can get their shipping label. And we tell them multiple times, prepaid shipping label. So like purchase your return shipping, prepaid shipping label. So that way you don't have to extra charge them on top if they forget to do that, which you will probably have to do if they do, obviously. So we try to tell them as multiple times here, and then also on this page right down here, save money. Don't forget your prepaid return shipping label. Okay. And then, so they're going to box up their tank, and they're going to put write down the weight, the length, the width, the height, and circle either FedEx or UPS, right? And then the price is down here. Let me move my face, and then they're able to sign it right here, and they're going to put this sheet inside the box with the tank. Okay, that's what the instructions say. So that way you know what the process is. Okay, and then let's go back to here and go to that other link. This should be, when they click on that, it's just one more simple page that will have your logo here and your business name here and your business address here. So that way they could print this out, fold it in half, and tape it on top of the box so you know it's going to get to you. They didn't mess up on the address. It's all correct and all that, right? So that's what that is for. So both of these, print these 2 pages out, right? I'll add down here, actually. I might add out down here that is for the, print shipping address. Is pretty self-explanatory right there. So if they wanted to, not use that for some reason, I guess they don't have to, but that's obviously where they're going to ship to. That's what that says. Okay. And so yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's